Hello and welcome to Ruby on Rails. I'm your instructor, Daniel Lefebvre. In this video, we're going to take a look at loops and iterations in Ruby. We're going to do this by using a Rails application and embedded Ruby. All right, let's get started. We'll start by creating a simple Rails project. And when that's done, we'll change into the directory and create a controller. And then we will start our server. And we're ready to edit. We'll open up our text editor. We'll go into our application, loops test, in our app folder, in our views, in our welcome view, and we'll open index, HTML, ERB. Then we're quickly going to clean up this code, and we'll begin by doing some embedded Ruby. Okay, so what we're going to embed here is a loop. And what a loop is a way of working through a series iteratively. So for example, you could do a loop that counts from 1 to 10, or you could do a loop that counts backwards from 10 to 1, or you could do a loop that continues while a certain condition is true. For example, while the value of x is less than 10, continue to do this. So here's a simple example of how to do a for loop in the code, and we'll type for. In this case, and I is going to be a variable, in. Now, in Ruby, the way you would do the loop here is you would start with your first iteration, which is 0, and then 2 dots, and then your outside range. So if we wanted to do from 0 to 10, we would do 0 dot dot 10. And what we can do here, and we'll do a header 1 because it has a break built into it for us. Hello from Ruby. Okay, and then when our loop is done, we simply type end. Now, let's see what we have. Hello from Ruby 0 times, 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, all the way to 10. We can come back into our code really quickly, and we can change the 0 to a 1, and we'll save our loop. And now you'll see it actually starts at 1 instead of 0 and counts from 1 to 10. We can accomplish the same effect using a while loop, and we'll do that really quickly. With a while loop, you need a control variable. So in this case, we'll set I to a value of 0, and we'll set n to a value of 10. And now what we'll do is we'll set up a condition, and while the condition is true, it'll continue to execute our code. So we'll say while I is less than or equal to n, do. And I'm going to set this to a 1, so we get our 1 to 10 like we're expecting. And since these results will be basically the same, actually they'll be identical, we'll just put while in here on the end so that we can see a difference in our output. Finally, inside our code behind, we also have to increment our control variable so that our loop will eventually not be true anymore. Otherwise, we'll have an infinite loop and it'll just continue processing forever. So we'll say y plus equals, and this is the same as saying y equals y plus, but we'll just say y plus equals 1. And we will save this and refresh. And you can see it gave us the same loop from 1 to 10. Finally, we're going to take a quick look at an iteration. Now, an iteration is simply a loop that's executed on an array. So we'll start by placing an array in here. Here's the simple array that contains a few fruits: apple, banana, cherry, date, elderberries, and fig. And now we can use our array iteration to go through those and put them all to the screen. So we'll just put them inside of our tag here, and we're going to say ARR is our variable name, and we'll use the method each, and that means for each element in the array, have the following output. Okay, then we're going to use that keyword do again, and we'll give it a variable name for our output, and I'm going to say F for fruit. Now inside of our header tags, we can clean this up, we don't need it. Inside of our header tags, we're going to use our embed tag, and we'll just output the value of F. And then finally we'll use an end statement to indicate that we're all done. Save this, and we'll reload. And you can see it outputs the values apple, banana, cherry, date, elderberries, and fig from our array. That's it for this lesson. I hope you learned a lot, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Thank you.